Come along with me as I retie my client's hair. She comes to me every 5 weeks to get her roots retied, and I use a 4-point rotation. Every time I do a retie, I make sure that I start from the bottom row all the way up to the top. So in the top clip, you can see that I am pulling out a full row of locks. The rows that are done at the bottom, I just put in a ponytail just to keep it out of my way. Once I pulled out a full row, I just put the top portion in a ponytail as well. So now that I have the top part pulled out the way and my bottom part pulled out the way, now I can start working with my row. It's important to have your locks pulled away, therefore you don't accidentally hook two locks together. This second top clip, I'm showing that I grab a spray bottle just to spray down my row since I'm working with zero product. I use no product on my reties. So this just helps me kind of get the small hairs to be where they need to be. Then I take my comb and I just make sure that my row is nice and neat and there's no small hairs where they don't need to be. Then I grab my clips and I just start clipping above my row just to secure those tiny hairs up and make sure that they don't get in my way. So I go along the whole row and I just take my clips and I clip up. Now we can start working on the row. Since my client comes every 5 weeks, I have enough just to do one full rotation of a 4-point. As I go along the row, I make sure that I smooth my section out, make sure that all my small hairs is out of the way, using my comb, my fingers, and just making sure that my line is as straight as possible, as straight as I can get it. And I take my clip and I clip away the section that I'm not doing at the time. To do this rotation, you want to pull from the west to the east, and then from the south to the north, and then from the east to the west. And then you want to finish off going north to south. I'm going to show you guys a couple of times just so you can see what I'm doing, and then I'm going to get even closer in my next clip after this one so you guys can really see how I retighten it and what direction to go. So after you clip your section away, your entry point is always going to be the opposite of where you're going. And when you're doing your retie, you want to make sure when you go under that you're sticking it right in the middle of the entry point, just to make sure that you're keeping and maintaining a sturdy, strong lock. This is just a clip of me finishing up this row. And I use a small crochet needle just because I'm really used to the crochet needle and I feel like it doesn't hurt my client's scalp because it's so tiny. But there's a lot of different lock tools out there that you can purchase and experiment with and see which one is best for you. This is me just showing you one more time before we get really close to the scalp what direction that I go when I do my 4-point rotation. I always like to end going down, going north, just because it just leaves a more flat look, and then I know where to start off with when I start back on my retie for my client again in 5 weeks. And when I'm done retying one lock, I like to clip it out the way, just so everything stays out of my way when I start on my next one. So now we're up close on the scalp to the root, and we're going to do this all over again. I'm going to do this one in a normal speed, and then the next one we'll do slow motion so you guys can really see everything. So I start my rotation by grabbing my crochet needle, and I'm going to stick my crochet needle through the east and pull through from the west. And then I'm going to stick it through the north, pulling it through the south, and then I'm going to stick it through the west and pull through the east, and then my last one I'm going to stick it through the south to the north, and then I clip it away. I don't think I'm the fastest loctician at all, but I definitely will make sure that the locks look really nice once it's done and neat and your grid will stay in place. After I was done, I just sprayed some water on my client's hair just to get her curls popping again. And look at that texture. Her locks are coming along. They look really good. I believe she is 12 weeks in her lock journey, so we still have a long way to go. She's not fully locked at all, but it's looking amazing. Thank you guys for watching my video, and I hope you guys have a great day. Bye.